that highway, no map, no plan, knuckles wide on the bars, engines roar like a band. Spam in his pocket,
Brian Chicken was in here earlier, so good morning to you.
wind in his face.
Oh,
No one understands.
Eyeballs for the roots of the mushrooms. How cool is that? Just kind of notice your dead icon there. Sick bastard.
Good bumper music.
That was, man. I love that song. However that came
Hey,
about was cool.
let's give the artist of that song a big hand.
Damn it. I was reaching for it. I was, man, he got me. I
There's
wanted to
no
use my
ego.
toy.
All right, let's give him a second hand. There we go.
Great.
That's for
You
old
got
Mac
mail.
tooting his horn again.
You got mail.
You got mail. All chaos breaks out in the first 30 seconds. Shot the wad. Now the whole show is going to be downhill from here.
Well, there's nobody in here today. You think it's me?
Hold on.
Yeah, I usually have a big show going.
I'm good. I'm
Since
fresh.
I've been showing up, it seemed like it's starting to dwindle.
I know. That's what my brain tells me about myself. You're dwindling, Dean. Dwindling downhill. I dwindled quick yesterday, I'll tell you that.
Crickets.
Yeah,
the old guy comes in. Randy, good morning to
Well, there's
you.
Rob's neighbor. He's a good soul right there.
Hey, Rob.
That's right.
Randy's rides.
Hey, Randy.
They're starting to show up.
Oh. Yeah, yesterday when the AC man came in, I was going, man, I'm going to have AC shortly. I think I feel it getting a little cooler in here. And he comes in, he gives you the, you got a week to live. I was like, what am I
I
going
am
to do?
not bringing you good news.
What am I getting? That's what I got. You want the bad news? You want the bad news?
You want the worst news or you want the worster news?
Worser.
Worser.
You want the
You're going along like this in life. You're going along, and all of a sudden,
the good news is the good news is they make Japanese fans.
Hold on, where's that? Funny you said that because yesterday Keyfob gave me one of these little fans that you can plug into your phone and play helicopter. Like, dude, you got one for my hat too?
Oh my God!
Like Quisp, the old cereal Quisp.
That is.
Remember that flying saucers?
That's great.
You could do a whole show on old cereal we used to eat as a kid and the names of them and all the cool stuff they had and the prizes in the bottom. That's like Happy Meals back in the day, won't it? Well, not back in the day, but I mean more modern day kind of.
Yeah.
And McDonald's made Happy Meals like you wanted to tell mom and dad, come on, pull in, just get in. I want to get a toy.
Yeah.
You guys get to get a hamburger. I just want that toy.
And we would always know, like, if they were good toys, because then, like, once, like, when we were really young, they would have like decent toys, like almost full toys in the things. And then after that, they started really going south, dude. They were made out of paper, or they were made out of freaking cardboard.
Yeah,
plastic anymore.
In our day, they used to get these little metal toys that was called Made in Occupied Japan.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. It was stamped on every one of them. Little tin cars. They were really high in detail, really painted, really nice. But we used to call that cheap Jap crap. That's how we talked in our day.
Yeah.
No reflection to anybody today.
No.
But those little cars was was really highly detailed. You see through the windshield, the driver would be sitting behind the wheel, and yep, made in occupied Japan.
That's great.
Yeah.
And Rob's neighbor mentioned tattoo. How ironic it was. You was doing a tattoo on key fob when I was telling the story about me being busted for having the magic magic.
I know, right? I know.
God almighty.
It was all ironic yesterday. So got my little.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. What else did I get? Oh, hold on. Well, I got a great visit mainly, but little trinkets that came along with it.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
And it's got the the goatee that kind of like
yeah, nice.
Shirt too. And he got I think that came from when he was over in China doing school, and they could only give like this was like the largest knife that the civilians could get, I think.
Can carry, yeah.
Something like that.
Looks like an ass stabber.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you could do some damage with it. We should find out why that damn guitar was cheap, huh? Well, it was a nice guitar. It was a nice guitar, and for just having whatever else, I don't know what else. The strings or nothing. That's a $5 to $10 fix, right?
You can go wide angle if you want, Moto.
What else? Yeah, I thought you was getting in trouble earlier.
Oh, she left.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Is that the old battle axe? I don't want to say that because she might be listening. No offense to her. It's just a saying.
Yeah.
Just a saying. Like,
thank God in Greyhound she's gone.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, what else happened, Randy? What else did you have to do? Pickups were okay. Electronics were fine. You got bad fretboard. What frets? There's a million things that could be a little wonky. And thank you, Rob, for that. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was I took a lot of time on it, but there's no other way to do it if you're trying to do it right. There was a lot of like Sick nailed it. It was a lot of changes and transitions and blendings and colors to freaking. I think you said something. Maybe it was key fob.
Yeah, there was a lot of.
Yeah.
There was a lot of shading. There was a lot of transitions. There was a lot of burgundy. There was a lot of red. There was a lot of orange. There was a lot of pink. There was yellow.
There was greens and
greens. There was a lot going on.
Grays and some things were lighter, some were more, and that was probably I don't know where you got that picture or painting from. It could even been AI from kind of what it looked like to me.
Yeah,
but
it looked neat.
Yeah.
It came out literally better than the picture.
Pretty close to mimicking the picture anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And to do it on skin, so I was happy with it.
Yeah,
he chose you. He chose you for a reason, I'm sure.
Yeah,
having a friend to do it, and somebody that you have an interface with every day.
So I told him the memories that you get, like that's why it's kind of a big deal in a job when you do that job that I do, because you got to connect with your person so they walk away with a good memory, not just got a tattoo, but I had a pleasant experience while I was there, a connection. And that's what my guy, he says, you can be a mediocre at your job, which, but if you connect up with your clients and your people and you treat them and take care of them and do whatever, he says, you'll never go, out of business. You'll be great. They'll always come back to you.
Yeah.
Now it's harder nowadays because of the abundancy of shops and some, people like to collect, go to different, which is fine. I still treat them good.
People don't realize
treating me well. I don't treat nobody like crap. But if they're, try to hang in there and keep being nice, but get to a point and I just zip my lip. I don't talk no more. So we're good, man. We're good. Just
people don't realize that there's tons of tattoo artists, but there's few tattoo artists that can take a picture and then bring it to life. on a person's skin.
And then you got to make it last, one that'll be put into a point where it didn't fade away or is going to look good for, at least half your life. Some point your skin deteriorates along with your, goes downhill some.
That's deteriorated.
Yeah, sun beaten. Where springs were all the way tight. And the Floyd, not too bad. Metal pin was put across the lock nut. A metal pin.
My ink.
Tuned to drop C. Somebody was being cool. And 14 gauge strings. The intonation was way off. Yeah, but that was all kind of fun, bringing it back to life again. That makes it like yours. You rescued it from, who the hell needs 14? I guess they get a little floppy and sloppy when you're down to, drop C. That makes your strings looser the lower down you go, in case people who don't know. Like standard is 440, whatever, in E, and that's got a nice tension on it.
Wonder what chord or you remember Dwayne Eddy, the Rebel Rouser? He had loose strings on his, man. He could twang them.
Oh yeah.
You remember Dwayne Eddy?
No.
The Rebel Rouser.
Yeah.
He had so many of them.
Huh.
He always played really loose strings.
Well, if you got really like those are those low and heavy, deep, dark bands, that do that really loose, because then you get more of a bass sound, I'm like, well, why don't you just play bass? Let the guitars be guitars. But that's probably just my old school thinking.
I don't know if it was an interview or if you told me, Moto, but somebody said something about Billy Gibbs,
Gibbons,
asking somebody why, another famous guitarist, why they were using such light strings.
Yeah.
Or heavy.
Well, it's a myth. It's a myth. The thicker these thick strings when you're playing 10s, 12s, or 13. Stevie Ray Vaughan could have sounded like Stevie Ray Vaughan with a set of 8 or 9 gauge strings, which are really light.
Yeah.
But he did like 13s, because he had big hands. He was strong. It was no problem. And it probably was good for longevity out on the road, and because you get salt and whatever and from your fingers and they start corroding, and who knows, maybe he's just powerful man and you don't want to break strings, when he's bending and in the moment doing what he does. There's a lot of reasons, I guess, for it. But yeah, you don't need that. So Billy Gibbons used super light strings.
Oh, did he? Maybe he was telling somebody that he was like, why are you using such heavy strings? He said, probably he was saying to him, use some lighter strings.
Look at that's how light I use. A 07, which is about the lightest you can just about get.
Yeah.
And
wow.
So I got, I don't need no extra tendonitis and whatever going.
I watched a YouTube video of Stevie Ray snapping a string, and his bro came from behind and grabbed the old guitar off of him, and then took it off and put another one right back on him.
Mm-hmm.
As he was doing a solo, it was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life, bro. Yeah, I actually think he swung the guitar behind him, and the other guy came over the top of him with the guitar. Yeah, it was like, wow.
Bill Perry have 2 or 3 strapped on to him in a few concert pictures you could see back in the 70s, He probably just swung them around, redid, and put them in. That's just cool stuff, man. But yeah, Tara, you were right there, man. That's like everything dropped down a whole step, which really makes them loose, and then the top string gets dropped down even farther. Your big, fat, thick E string, which is now going to be in C. You see?
You see?
Told you. I've been eyeing up electric drum sets, and that'll go great with your laser show out in the shop. Huh? You can bang on your drum all day.
Yeah.
I don't want to work. What do you say, Uncle Frank? Just shut up and play your guitar. Hey, Must have belonged to some kid that's into the death. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, you rescued it.
Come here.
And that nice neck through neck you got, Strat styled, hopefully comfortable body will be awesome for you.
I hear a motorcycle pulling up in my yard.
Really?
Yeah. I better open the back door. I know who comes to the back door.
You got one friend that comes over. Good. Go do
Joe.
your thing, man. We'll see you in a minute.
I'm saying, well, I'm just gonna lean over here and open the door.
Yeah. Yeah, right on, brown chicken. Yeah.
He just shut it off, so I know he's coming in.
Yeah.
I may have to find out.
The heaviest I played when I started out were 9s, and because I didn't really know better, finally got to go to 8s. That was great. Now here, many years later, I make 7s readily available. They weren't easy to find back in the day. Ooh.
There's my visitor over there, Joe.
Howdy, old Max visitor Joe. How you doing? Good morning to you.
Colton's over there with him. Colton loves Joe.
Well, yeah. Hope he's all refreshed.
Theo and Joe are best of buddies.
Yeah. Drop C. I also use a wound third, which is what you're. I don't know what that means. I even put electric 10s on my acoustics. Yeah, I couldn't do that, man. That would be horrible. Great for you. Horrible for me.
Well, let me visit with my buddy here.
Yeah,
and
do your thing, man, Mac. We'll catch you later, bro.
He hasn't been over in quite a while, so we got to catch up. So you guys have a good. Well, the weekend's coming up pretty quick, so
visitor week.
I always count Fridays the beginning of the weekend. So
yeah,
you guys have fun. We'll catch you on down the line.
Yeah.
All right, Mac. Take care, man. So long, Joe.
Peace.
He didn't hear you.
Yeah, it's okay. You can tell him for us. There he is. Yeah.
There you go. All American Joe.
I got a question, Joe. Sit back there raising his hand. Yeah. Oh. I guess that could be true too. What is a wound third though, Tara? E, A, D. D strings are always wound. G is not. B and E are not. They're smooth. Jamin, how you doing? Good morning. Wonder how Ray's doing today. We ain't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
Ray Gregory rides. That's what he's doing. He's riding.
Is he riding?
I'm just guessing. That's what the name says.
Yeah.
And he usually is riding. Yeah. Got a sunny day today. Yeah. We got great. It almost will be 80 again today, but I've been wanting to ride myself into work. I'm just like, I don't want to do it too early and make my left toe sore again. I jammed it or did whatever, sprained it because it turned black across the joint. Like not black, but it was purple.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Yeah.
Ow, dude. Ow.
I pushed down a little bit on it. Yeah. Right now I don't really feel I know something has happened and it's there, and I wouldn't want to.
When you don't feel it anymore walking, then
I can start shifting again. I know, right? I just didn't want to make it sore and prolong the healing process. Means the D string is wound. Third string. Okay, coming up from the skinny one up. Is that how they count them? I didn't know that. So number 1 is the super thin E, and that's how they count up. Like if you're looking down at your fretboard, counting up.
You're so crazy, Jay. What's up with you?
You would think he'd have that facing at you, and you count 1, 2, 3, like left to right, but maybe it's opposite. I don't know.
Dog's nuts.
Good morning. There he is. We just was talking about you. Couldn't just woke up being lazy.
I literally just texted him like seconds ago.
Did you? Yeah. Don't want coffee. I need it. And speaking of needing, somebody's empty. Somebody's empty over here. We got a little mud pie in the bottom there.
Yeah.
I quit using filters in that little metal. I use this thing. It's all stainless steel.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Yeah. And you can put a filter inside those. It comes out real clean. Your coffee. You won't have none of that, but it's wasteful. I really don't need to use that paper.
I just need semi-clean.
Yeah, semi-clean and convenient, easy. Yeah. Don't have to dump the grounds all down the sink all the time, because they say if you look up coffee grounds, different uses for it, even scrubbing your pans out and deodorizer.
Yeah.
So what do you wear in your armpits? Oh, coffee grounds, Folgers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been a rough night, damn it.
A rough night. Take some coffee grounds, throw it
up. Some coffee grounds to straighten you out there, Ray.
Ground.
Oh, mercy. Poor Ray. I'm sorry you're there and we just bash. He's like, I ain't woke up, man. Stop slamming.
Been a rough night.
Yeah, no. Instant for the win. Any strength, anytime.
No.
How are them EMGs? You like that? They're a really nice MIDI tone. Put you out there. Bam. Sound great. I got an EMG 81 in an old Kramer. I wish I had it here. It's at the tattoo shop. I keep one there too, so I can plug in when it's down. Not much to do, and nice little amp there. But yeah, I scalloped the neck and the frets. I took a wood thing in there because it was $100 guitar, and I wanted to make it where I knew I would play it. I cut out the extra part in the body where you can't get your hand up to the 22 frets. I got short fingers, and I don't like using 3. I have to use all 4 for my memory and muscle memory. Switching and just using 3, it's weird. I know most people ain't interested about damn guitar, but we got a few that's out here talking about it. So use 13 forever, but the more technical I get, the more I found I need lighter. Also, age and arthritis, 11 is as low as I can go, and keep a wound third and find them in a pack. That's interesting. Yeah. If you're not doing a lot of, and you're just doing a lot of, whatever, you're probably just fine there. Yeah, egomaniac. I wanted to learn how to bend strings and do stuff, and Eddie Van Halen came out when I was a kid, and Randy Rhoads. Ooh, Glenn Tipton, Judas Priest. I gotta do that.
3 sheriffs.
But these are weird. No bad. Oh, they're, what do they call them? Passive. Or no, not passive. Passive. One of those two. Passive. I thought all the I know a long time ago they made some that didn't have batteries, if I remember right. It was 2, but yeah. I kind of hated, you have to use a little 12-volt battery when you use active pickups like that. And if you leave your guitar cord plugged in, next day, your battery would be drained. Yeah. Oh,
what's up, Jamin?
Yeah, so that was that.
4 sheriff cruisers, 3 Tahoes, and a pickup truck.
What are you talking about?
4 sheriff cruisers just went
just
past the house.
wow.
3 Tahoes and a F-250 pickup truck, 4-door.
They ain't coming to your door.
Nope.
Not showing the house today.
Nope. Nothing to see here, ossifers.
Let me see. Let's see. Let's see if we can share this thing here. Present arms. Oh, that is it. We can just share it this way. Share it like it's a window. Look at that. Would that be nice for your motorcycles?
Yeah. 5.
That definitely could get two motorcycles in there. You got the length for the.
Oh,
that looks like it. Maybe it ain't as long as it looks. Maybe that is.
It's got to be 10, 15, 10 feet at least.
Yeah.
I would say 10 feet.
Well, I got an 8-footer.
Maybe
and
8.
then I'm looking at it, and you think about putting it looks kind of short, really.
It's probably 6 foot across, 10 feet long, or 8 feet across and 10 feet long.
Yeah, mine's 5x8. It would be hard to get 2 on there. You'd have to be super, super careful. But I got the big tires like that too. They use regular car tires on it.
That's perfect.
So I like the color.
Yeah, sweet. So
loud and proud. You're going to be seeing.
Loud. Yeah, exactly, dude.
You know, lots of reflectors on it.
Loud and proud. Because that's the main thing is no one ever, like, people don't really see your trailer sometimes. If you're pulling a small little trailer,
yeah,
you don't see it.
Yeah. Well, you got to remember yourself that you got a trailer on the back, you know. Yeah. I've jackknifed my own little trailer one time. I jumped in. I was in a hurry. And he's going to do something. I don't know what it was. Like, oh, I heard that clunk. I was like, oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah. What a bonehead move.
Oh.
My, yeah, I know. Blazer I had. Did I have a Blazer? Yeah. Yeah, it was a Chevy Blazer. Probably a 88, 89.
Yeah.
You have EMG, Zach Wild, and the Les Paul. My son has. Those are nice, I would think.
Sunny today. Nice out. I was told that we're just going to get like 7 inches of rain in the next couple of days. What happened?
Just read
that's next week. I don't know. Let me look.
Yeah. I wish I could do that.
Risk.
You what?
Severe. There's a marginal risk of severe weather today.
Yeah, we got like 25%, I guess, of rain, but. Ooh.
24% chance. Yeah, it's going up through the weekend.
Yeah.
24% chance today. Friday's 24%. Then it goes to 54%, 64% on Sunday.
Nice.
And then it's going to rain.
Yeah, we got a bunch coming up too.
Yeah.
A couple, 2-3 days. Just in time for the weekend.
Yeah, they're talking 7 inches of rain down here.
That's a flood. That's flooding, yeah.
Flooding, yeah.
That's nice. You can do make up stuff and know what to do. It makes some sense. I have a hard time with that. I got to learn and study everything, know what sequences to use to make stuff good. So my stuff sucks. Empty is active, not empty is EMG is active, not passive, but they make passive EMGs. But normally they're noted for active. It's really cool to hear. Tues will tell the story when he was 12. It was. What was that on what's his name show on YouTube? Got the short blonde gray hair. Sterling watches him too. That's pretty cool. Then I looked over. My 12-year-old was sitting next to me and said to him, "That's pretty cool." Yeah, man. There's a Steve Vai signature Ibanez at Guitar Center. I really want. Man, I had that nice flowered one, the black with all the flowers and stuff that he had on, which wasn't like a big, but he was kind of psychedelic, you know. So I was like, yeah, it's cool. Steve Vai play. So I got me one and got that handle grip on it, you know. So this was in the 90s, early 90s, or mid 90s maybe. And it snapped, the headstock snapped on it. I wasn't much of an Ibanez fan over there, and I really didn't do much. Sterling, you can tell us who that Rick beat that just came to me.
If you didn't know, I live right down the street from Sick Bastard.
Dude, I just sent him an invite literally seconds ago. Like, just as he popped on, I hit the send button.
Listen, it's too early in the morning for your excuses.
You are real early. If it's 10, it's
early. I know
7.
It's 7 a.m. there.
Yeah.
How'd the tractor feel? Fire right up?
Oh, dude. Let it sit for 6 weeks, turn the key, give it a little choke, and boom. We got fire in the oven.
That's amazing.
Because you do regular maintenance on it. That's why.
Yeah. Weird thing though, I converted it to electronic points. So it's got electronic ignition in it. Still 6-volt.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of Pertronics ignition.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But yesterday was not tractor time. Yesterday was illegal Sportster riding because I stole a Sportster.
Right. That's right.
That was that looked like it was fun, dude. You were ripping into those turns, dude. I was like,
my shoulders.
It's a little aggressive, huh?
My shoulders, my thighs.
Flipping that sand real good, man.
Oh, I saw that sand and I was like, okay, this is gonna get viral.
This is gonna get viral.
It was viral in my head.
That's great.
Well, Keith got a motorcycle on that lift that I just put up. This lift, or this not lift, trailer. So we're gonna just see how big it is because it's a standard motorcycle. There shouldn't be much room between the front and the rear, but we're gonna find out here. I'll put it up.
Yeah. Didn't we just see it?
Yeah, he just sent me this stuff. It's fresh off the skillet. Wow.
It's kind of fancy colors in the background make you think of Skittles.
Yeah.
Well, Moto, what's up, man?
See, there's some Skittles. Skittle-brained.
Saw that.
Oh, man.
You know me and AI. I'm like, no. Oh, wait. Actually,
that's not AI. I painted that.
Uh-huh.
You feel better? Is that okay?
Feel better now? I painted that.
My friend, Old Mac, put lots of love and care into that picture and thoughtfulness. So it is there.
Oh.
It's the last picture you paint. Well, you painted me pictures verbally.
Yes.
Here, you see that? Yeah, I get it now. That was colorful.
Mm-hmm.
No,
yeah, it was a pretty good ride. I jumped on the Yamaha later and did a shopping trip. Word of advice: if you have a bagger style motorcycle with a touring pack, maybe stuff pillows in there just so you can't hold everything you buy from Walmart. Because
now that's cool.
I could
a filler
easily put $250 worth of groceries on that motorcycle, and I don't like living in that world.
Yeah.
You're a rich man if you can get groceries like that, dude, I'll tell you.
Dude, a half tank on that motorcycle was $17.
That's nuts, huh? You used to fill up cars for that. I know.
What,
$7-8 used to be your motorcycles, like I remember? Yeah, definitely under 10.
3 bags of stuff was $52.
Someone was asking. Yeah. How much would that Steve Vai signature be worth? Well, it depends upon what time of the century that you bought one like that.
Is it vulgar to ask, a big artist like Dweezil or somebody like that? Hey, man, you're a great player, but how much is your equipment worth? I think they don't worry about how much it's worth or how much it costs or anything. It's a tool,
Yeah.
I love Dweezil Zappa, by the way.
Yeah. We knew it all Zappa.
Yeah.
Funny to hear Vi talk about how Frank Zappa had him do so much he thought he wasn't able to do. He apologized for wasting his time thought he wasn't in the band, but he was hired.
Yep.
Funny to hear Vi talk about how it's happened.
Yeah, Frank Zappa is a crazy dude. We recently watched his documentary.
Yeah.
It's free on YouTube right now.
About an hour and a half long, I think.
Yeah.
I watched about half of it. I never finished it up.
I know you have.
I've heard a lot of stuff of them over the years anyway.
You have such a short attention span.
I
don't know how you can do tattoos for hours on end.
Not
but
really.
I share you a little video and you're like,
surrender.
Whatever.
I do not. No. Some stuff's really good. I like to watch. Other stuff, after I've heard it, I've said to kind of get the gist of what's going on. My ego says, well, you're good. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to listen to you today. It's usually a mistake, but yeah, I don't know. Under 2,000, I would say like $1,000, 1,200, maybe 15. Like that was his signature model, that black one. Others you could get for $700, $800, $600. I liked a lot better anyway. It was all white but anyway, enough guitar stuff. Dallas, how you doing? Good morning.
Enough guitar stuff.
Sure, not enough for now. We've been talking a lot of guitar. We got a few guitar players in here, and so we've been talking tar, not a sitar. Finally know what a sitar was. Somebody used it in one of those games and spelling things or whatever that you do. And I was like, a sitar, what the hell is that? And you find out that was a pretty popular thing back in the early 70s, late 60s.
Yeah. Question. Have you ever listened to the Beatles?
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of sitar there.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like the Beatles when I was growing up. I hated it. I didn't like it at all. It wasn't hard enough, not edgy. It was kind of, I don't know. I didn't know how to appreciate songwriting and what they did and their melodies. Yeah. I didn't understand that. I just wanted to hear a chainsaw grinding and make, like Aerosmith or something. That's what I was attracted to. Yeah.
I was first exposed to the Beatles at a very young age.
I appreciate it way more now. I really do. Enjoy things.
My dad played that. He played Diana Ross, Barbara Streisand, Kenny Rogers.
Except the Weasel.
That next comment, just ban it if you can.
I couldn't do. Yeah, don't even put it up.
No, it's
all right. As a 12-year-old, it's all about money to him right now. He wants to know. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's how they understand importance and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that comment came from one of your probably Twitch or something.
Yeah, how far are you away from Summersville Lake Lighthouse? I've never even heard of it. That's how far away it is.
Could be 50 feet. Could be 1,000 miles.
Yeah. Just because I ain't heard of it don't mean it won't close.
It don't exist. I ain't heard of it.
I know. Well, easier is I'm in Hampton, Virginia. I'm in the very southeastern corner that you can get section, say like there's a 50 or 100-mile radius. I'm right down there in that corner. I'm on the end, basically the end of the peninsula. That's why I got to use that tunnel to get over to the other section of land to get to the Virginia Beach area. Still got 2-3 years left on it, by the way.
That's what they say.
Yeah. And it could be delayed even longer. You never know. Every time they start, there's a delay. As soon as you start, add a year for a delay.
The first time that I drove through Chattanooga, Tennessee was in 2012. I drove through it 3 weeks ago, and they were still working on the same road.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spot, actually.
Yeah, exactly the same spot.
No.
The only difference is it wasn't as rough, but the cones were still there.
Yeah, I don't know where they get the money from to do all that, like those big projects, and do they run out or they have problems?
Don't get money is what it is.
Or there's battles.
There's so many stipulations on the Infrastructure Act that Biden passed that it's very difficult for them to even put the money to use.
Yeah. Well, we had one where there's the Hampton Coliseum, which you've watched Sick, the Grateful Dead would play there. There's been a lot of big bands there. And they put in a big new intersection and bridge and big because there was a lot of traffic there for, whatever. It's 4-lane each way highway there too, going through the middle of our town. But that was like 12 years or more in the making. And they had to build big, huge mounds for these ramps, and something about they settled different, like all
sure.
that weight pushed down and then measurements got off and changed. So it was that's what made that. Who else? Keyfob. How you doing, man?
Hey, he's got himself one of them 4-wheel motorcycles.
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, we got to get that picture up. I forgot. I know you came up here checking up on me.
If Red Lady's watching, please take some emergency. We're having pollen issues in the vicinity, and we're both feeling it.
Dude, it's been rough here too. I'm glad I have not been sick in like 4 years. So, and pollen can trigger it at times.
Dude,
I feel like you're sick, but you're not.
I was in Keyfob's neighborhood there and seeing the yellow friggin' pollen on everything. It was almost like every day you wake up and it snowed yellow.
Oh, yeah, definitely. There we are.
The honeysuckle, when it blossomed, it got me.
So
brutal.
You do have a 10-foot trailer then, 10, maybe even bigger.
Well, most motorcycles are 6 foot, right? 6 or 7 foot long. So I think that's a 4x10 trailer, at least.
I think it's a 12. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember.
Yeah, that's long.
Good looking trailer though.
Hey, I walked in there and told them, "Hey, how much do y'all want for that ugly green monstrosity out there?"
It was beautiful.
Yeah, I thought so too, but I wasn't gonna tell them that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You walk in there like, oh, I don't really like this trailer.
Like, all your trailers out there are black. How much you want for that ugly green one?
You didn't come in and say, "Hey, Dean, how much you want for that ugly old mushroom tattoo I want to get?"
That's what he's got to do. I heard you're a terrible tattoo artist. You want to practice?
Yeah, would you? Yeah, here, if you could probably, sharpen your skills here. Damn it, just fix that.
I mean, I'll turn around and come back up if you want more practice. I just don't know where the hell I'm going to park this thing.
How's your arm feel today? I might not want to ask. I spent a lot of time on it. It's probably sore.
No, it actually feels pretty good. No problems.
Yeah. Well, we could put the clear coat on it today. Just go over it with some water for fun, just kind of like, oh, that looks glossy.
It's all shiny, Daddy.
Which is a I-75/24 project in Chattanooga is a joke. 7 years in and no end in sight. Oh, don't tell me those stories, man.
Hey, look, I got to ask you a question real quick. And Sterling, you may know a lot more about this than I do. Ever since I left South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia, all the drivers stay in the left lane and go exactly the speed limit. What's going on with that?
So how fast are you supposed to go?
So this month
they're upholding the law. Sorry.
This month is DOT Blitz. So there is a lot more law enforcement present. So everyone is nervous about the cars around them. Also, I noticed in North and South Carolina, they're using a lot more undercover units. There's been a lot more drugs moving around America right now. And you're seeing a lot more staged officers. And they'll sit on the shoulder and run their plate readers. And that they don't even have to look at you. They just sit there on the side of the road and their plate readers can read 6 lanes of traffic at the same time. And they're just gathering and watching. And then, a couple miles down the road, you start seeing people getting busted.
Huh.
Yeah,
that's where the Camaros and
between the DOT Blitz and everything else going on, be wary of Ford Interceptor SUVs and very, very dark tinted windows and cars that look very well maintained.
Cars that look very well maintained.
Like, hey, how come there's no hubcaps on that car?
Do Carrie went to a Dweezil or a Zappa concert? I don't know, within the last few weeks anyway.
Life-changing event, I could tell you that.
Yeah, I think it was in Minnesota. So like maybe in the Twin Cities, if I remember right. Not sure. But he got to talk, what did he say, with Ryan Brown at the Dweezil concert. Was really personable. So was Dweezil. Yeah, man. That's great. Not to act like it was
I don't
fashionable to
guy.
act like a big rock star at some time and untouchable, but I think it's better nowadays.
It's better nowadays because they have to prove their humanity now. There's so much fakery out there that, you know, the artists that we love, they're glad to sit around after a show and talk to you.
Music business, it looks like it's changed a lot.
Yeah.
It's completely changed.
Yeah, a lot.
Well, listen, we don't buy records and then invite our friends over anymore.
No.
And
or
we don't
pride
make,
in
that is very
cleaning
true.
them.
and we don't make mixtapes for hot chicks anymore.
Yeah. That's truth. What were you trying to say there, Key Fob? I was
I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm done. It left. You went to the ether too. One day we'll open that ether bank up.
Let's see what's in there.
I will take him.
Y'all give me a second. I'm gonna move this thing around.
And some allergy meds. Yeah, you're feeling it too, man. I didn't think you get that much in Nevada.
Tumbleweed.
Yeah, dusty too.
Dust and tumbleweed.
Dude, I was in so much dust the other day, I almost disappeared myself. I was out mulching, put it on mulch and get rid of all my leaves, the big oak tree and all that. I just blow them out there. I mulch them up, and I don't bag that crap no more. I used to, and it was a little dry too. So yeah. And I was like, damn, and I had my contacts on too, which is really bad. Yeah, really bad. And so I never remember to put on that mask. You know, that's a time I'll wear like a dust mask for sanding or something like that.
Just wear your motorcycle helmet and then stuff a towel like underneath.
Well, yeah, even a bandana around your face.
Wrap a wet towel around your neck and put your motorcycle helmet on.
Yeah.
I just saved your life.
I have goggles.
Yeah.
But they got little foam stuff, so I'm sure it would.
Yeah.
Still pollen How you doing, Robert? Good morning. Pollen is murder this season. Yeah, it's been pretty wicked here.
Yeah, over there in
Virginia.
California.
Somewhere over here.
Yeah.
Here.
Me?
Yeah, that's your thoughts on the aerial atom. What's an aerial atom? I don't even know.
An aerial atom is the coolest bare bones car. It's in the background right there.
I knew you would know.
So basically, it's a road legal buggy that has very little, body panels or anything like that. And here in the States, they have a Honda motor.
Yeah.
Up to 250 horsepower. They also have a V8 version. Which is 500 horsepower.
Yeah.
The car only weighs like, I think 1,200 pounds.
12, yeah. That's super light.
1,300 pounds. But yeah, here in the States, you can get it with the Honda, or you can get it with the General Motors Ecotech, which is like a 300 horsepower turbo 4.
Pulling some G's off the line.
And then it has visible suspension, like kind of like a Formula One car.
It's 1,350 pounds. It's nothing.
Yeah. How much is a car like that?
You can get them for about 50 grand here in the States.
Ooh, ouch.
Used. Brand new. Brand new. They're up around 110, 120.
Don't let that sticker price scare you guys. They also have another version out there that's powered by that little Chevy Cobalt 4-cylinder.
Yep.
Madison.
Much more affordable.
Oh,
I forgot. That's right. You're Wisconsin.
Fafafui.
So Madison would have been your.
So yeah, pretty cool little car, right?
Hell
yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Bomoto, good morning to you. I know I saw you earlier. I probably didn't say good morning. Apologize, man. Imagine wearing a helmet all day. Driving James.
For that one, yes, because there's no windshield.
Yeah.
That'd be cool though.
Well, you get you that comfy one. Yeah, that looks nice. It's just a rich man's toy, right?
It pretty much is, yeah. I know somebody that owns one, and they say you have to wear a helmet and you should wear long sleeves, because if you notice where those front tires are and there's no real protection,
rocks
and stuff get kicked up. And
road gravel, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have no.
Sandblast in your arms.
Gotta have some glass.
So the one that I like, which you can build yourself. Let's see if I can find it real quick. The Exoset Miata.
Ooh.
This
Yes,
one you
sir.
build yourself. I've driven one. They're absolutely amazing, and for like 10 grand,
Exotic.
find a wrecked Miata.
Yeah.
Use the drivetrain out of it, and then basically this is the base one.
Yeah.
The sport one has a little bit more. This is more street legal.
Yeah.
And then that one's more race legal. And they also have an off-road version now. But find yourself a wrecked Miata out of a junkyard and put it in here and you're good to go.
More. That's what I was saying, Rob. Less car, more dollar, but you got high performance though too there.
Nice.
It's actually kind of more car. But I get what that's the first thing I was thinking too. You were streaming Gran Turismo?
Yeah, last night.
See, that's why you're all in this mode, man, right now.
I love my
cars, speed,
everything.
It's not just his fault.
Envy.
Buck also kicked that ball down the court. Remember his comment about going racing yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was it getting out of the area yesterday for you, Keyfob?
You want the polite version or Georgia version?
We're real here, man.
It was fucked.
Yeah.
Stop and go traffic, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got the full Dean experience. I got to go across the drawbridge and sit there, and because we weren't moving.
The drawbridge.
And then in the tunnel, I got to sit in the tunnel and hear everybody get mad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You've seen that tunnel then. Cool. Yeah, you went off on West 64 then. You left out of there. You went west because you were going, to pick up that trailer. Mm-hmm. All right, let's go. Yeah. All right. I want to find someone that can turn my Honda 250 scooter into a cross cart. I saw a guy put a
cross cart,
a 1000. Like I ride on my sport bike in a go kart. The thing hauled ass. Yeah, good morning. Thank you, Bull Mode. Appreciate you, bro. No AC, no heater, bugs in the mouth. Yeah, yeah, 100. That's
worse than a motorcycle. What the hell?
That's the lesser of the part of the less car. I know. Yeah, definitely. That'd be nice. You could just have a little thing that would go over top of that whole car that they just made. That would make it look like a normal car, and have the normal, wonderful stuff of a regular car, kind of.
No, that's not
just like a whole little, and then you could just take it off, multi-purpose, get you bang for the buck.
No, just get one of those little fans like I gave you the other day.
Yeah, I already displayed that and told a little story about that. I said, did you get me one for my hat too? I need one little, like the Quisp cereal man used to fly around with the
I remember.
Little propeller on his hat. Yeah.
Inspector Gadget too.
Rob said, Carrie says, I think they also make a kit that you can build yourself, assemble the whole chassis yourself as well. You'd be into that, wouldn't you? Yeah, the cross cart is cool. Looking for like a dune buggy off-road cart. Yeah, fun. Revisit. How you gonna hotbox a go-kart?
wear a helmet.
You said that, and the first thing I thought about was sick.
Yeah.
That sounds like something he would ask. Sorry, sick.
Yeah.
He's too stoned to respond.
Got a little overdose. Medical treatment.
He's medicated. Leave him alone.
Just primed up. Just getting started.
Yeah. I gotta get a converter for Apple phone or something. I think this is a C port. Oh no, I got a thing that does convert it. I do.
You kids remember three-wheelers?
I almost died on one.
Yeah, the Yamaha 3-wheeler, balloon tires on them.
It's a 200, 300.
Kind of wobbly. You go down there, a real cushiony ride.
Yeah, that one's more of the trail riding.
Yeah.
It's got the luggage racks on it.
Yeah.
The utilitarian.
Yeah, you can
not the racing.
strap your shotgun on the back, throw some birds on there.
250 is a tiny bit bigger.
Yeah. Well, 250 was made for racing, right?
Yeah.
They were popular out on the farms, That was like having a golf cart in a section of a ritzy seaport area that people live in, They all drive golf carts.
Yeah.
And on the farm, they used ATVs like that, 3-wheelers. That was a big deal. Go out and do your chores. You got to go out to the barn or to the sheep shed or way down, check on your fences.
Listen, if you learned how to power slide and lived on a 3-wheeler, you could power slide anything.
You got a lot of gravel in the country, so that made it a little nicer.
Yes.
You do that real big. You'd be dragging knee on that, trying to counterbalance the weight and make it do a spin.
So this one
didn't have a lot of torque.
It's currently bid up to $2,500 with 3 hours left on the bid on Bring a Trailer.
Yeah. We'll pick it up, Key Fob.
All right, I'm on the way.
All right.
Left-hand turn, Clyde.
Left hand. Oh.
Growing up, seeing that movie, I was actually, I had no idea why he was traveling with that orangutan.
Those are wide. Yeah. I don't know. There's his pet, his buddy.
That was great.
Like, how did he get an orangutan? Doesn't make any sense. And like Smokey and the Bandit when he was transporting that elephant.
Yeah.
Like, where the hell did he get an elephant?
BJ and the Bear.
Mm-hmm. BJ and the Bear.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah.
Very good.
I guess ever since Michael Jackson died, we don't care about monkeys no more.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Mike Tyson had some exotic animals too, tigers and.
Yes, he did.
Fun money.
Yes, he had a lot of toys and a lot of stuff like that.
Fun tickets.
Pigeons. Tigers.
Yeah, he was the pigeon guy, wasn't he, at first?
Yeah, you want to get beat up for Mike Tyson, make fun of a pigeon.
Yeah.
Nah, he's bit off a guy's ears before, man. I ain't fighting that dude. I don't care how much you pay me.
Yeah.
I ain't got the 1 ear. I need it.
Headbutted him so much he got pissed off and mad, and of course he had plenty of frustrations in his life. I'll teach you, mofo. Referee ain't doing nothing about it, and he's a bad boy. He's not playing by the,
I love how Moto says how innocent Mike Tyson is.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just saying that's probably that would be my thinking if I was him and had that frustration and stuff.
Listen,
like that.
from
it's
where
never good to do that. No.
From where I'm sitting right now,
proper.
If somebody wants to bite off one of my ears, 75 grand right now. I'll take
proper and professional. That's what they should all be.
I don't know where we are.
Say, excuse me, could you stop headbutting me? Could you stop headbutting me?
Where are we in the comments mode?
Oh, we're done.
Oh, okay.
So maybe
You're
chasing
fired,
goes
Sick.
somewhere in there.
Yeah, you're fired, Stoner.
Whatever, dude.
Report to the principal.
Yeah, there we go. Spot in there.
All right.
I thought I didn't even see all those come up, so I was lambskin.
Oops.
No, I was just reading. Lambskin fingerless theory were $60. The best gloves I've purchased. Lambs are nice. I do have some of those. They are nice. I don't know how much as protective they are. Not like a tough cowhide, but they feel good and make you feel like, hey, I got gloves on. Doing a good thing. We have 2 bike shops at Walmart, a few tool stores, not much to choose from. Oh, your area, yeah. Where is that? Superior? What's he? Superior?
Goat skin.
Randy? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. remember watching a video the other day. They're on sale for $40 right now. Oh,
Sick.
the
Did you say
lammies,
goat
lamb
skin?
tender.
Yeah, he changed it from lambskin to goat skin because
Yeah.
they're
They're
40.
both soft.
Yeah.
They're both soft as hell.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy.
Looks like he needs to change the light bulb in that lamp.
That guy's upside down.
Nah, that's fine. That's normal. That's normal.
Damn, that link won't work. I keep pressing on it. It ain't working.
I'll be right back.
No, not on the trip you're taking.
Can you press on that link and see if it works? Sick? Mine, it ain't working for me, and I'm in the doing it in the studio or whatever you call it, the studio, but the
It looks like it needs a space.
control room.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, you got
It came
it.
up. Yeah, it came up.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I just looked up and above, and I got like 9 or 10 windows open of the same thing of hitting that link, and the link works great, by the way.
Oh, you got it?
Well, yeah, I got it all right.
All right.
Jeez, which one of you is smoking weed?
Well, I'm looking down here, and it's happening up here on my other screen. I'm looking down here. Wayne and popping up. Wayne and popping up. Oh, they're all up there like 50 times.
Error. Yes.
There's our
Mama monkey.
Let's see, share. See if it'll share that crap too. I don't know.
Fuck.
Should. Is that the one? Yeah, you see all those Amazon.
Amazon.
Oh, wow, you crashed your computer doing that.
You see that? No resources whatsoever.
Oh man, that's great. Outstanding.
8, 9, 10. I had 10 or 11. Oh, maybe 12. 12 windows open.
12.
Yeah.
It turned it up to a 12.
Mine went to 11.
12.
It's going to 12 this time.
You can buy an extra large, you get more material, more bang for your buck for the same price. So go with the extra large.
Where are they made?
Oh, Let's see.
Probably where they have a lot of goats.
Somewhere over here, over there.
In Pakistan.
If they're Chinese goats, they might bark.
In Pakistan.
Right.
Or meow.
That is not a joke, children. He is being serious about that.
Material, color, blah, blah, blah. They're not going to tell you what manufacturer.
Either that or they got caught stealing and, had their organs sacrificed.
Yeah, I brought it up on YouTube. Yeah, it works.
It's hard to tell.
I'm sorry, I'm blasting through these.
Yeah, you are.
I gotta read them.
He either doesn't click them at all or just blast through them.
The MMA world has been talking about 100 average men versus one gorilla. Nice.
Did I have it on that the whole time?
I think it would take 20 men to take down a gorilla.
Oh, dude, it would destroy them.
But you got to attack them like ants attack, a predator. It's at least 20 of them. 10 of them to restrain and 10 of them to fight.
Yeah, you got to watch King Kong. Shows you how to do it.
Yeah, it's a documentary.
Oh, that's horrible.
I was in Iraq. I've seen a lot of people.
The fact it was a documentary, or
yeah, King Kong was a documentary. You didn't realize that?
Yeah. Oh, I did. I don't think Sick did.
So was Red Dawn.
Now, how close did they keep Godzilla to the real facts?
Pretty close.
I didn't follow Godzilla a lot growing up. So
I love Godzilla.
Huh.
Go Godzilla.
Was that the church reverb?
Go Godzilla.
And if you were a fan of cartoons in the 90s, the cartoon Godzilla where the kid had that little button that would call Godzilla? Godzilla also had a baby and it was called Godzuki.
Katsuki. Little root.
That could fly.
Thank
For
you,
some
little
reason.
brute.
Yeah, Godzuki.
Oh
There was
boy.
also a documentary
That was.
on all trucking.
So was Mad Max.
That's fucking great.
God.
Hilarious 100 Bobo. Who's Bobo? Just did a hilarious 100 men versus Gorilla Bit. Wanna laugh? Check it out. Bobo did a hilarious. I wouldn't even know who that is. Who's Bobo? Anybody?
That sounds like the name of the gorilla.
Oh. Good morning, Nana.
Morning.
Like the way you're saying that, I expect to click and watch that and see the gorilla talking to me, explaining what he thinks about 100 men trying to fight him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to end well.
Oh, are they saying they're going to do it?
Oh,
Make that pay-per-view.
Yeah.
somebody's gonna die.
Somebody's going to die. And I doubt it's going to be the gorilla.
Remake.
Oh, the gorilla will die in the end. I mean, just look what happened when that gorilla killed that one little kid.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was that happened.
Yeah.
Or they euthanized that gorilla.
Yeah.
Robert.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like ancient Rome history, we used to fight animals. So there's probably results somewhere where, how many men, well, actually, it would have been, how long did one man survive with a gorilla? Because gorillas go for the genitals first and then the entrails.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good
Monkeys
time.
are great. Monkeys are good.
Imagine being one of the groups that had to go out and try to collect the gorilla for the gladiators to fight.
Yeah, those were the real heroes.
Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
No one ever thinks about the guys who went and captured the lions and the gorillas.
I'm hoping they would cage them or trap them in a trap that they could just transport it in immediately.
It was
They
just
were
one.
smart.
It was just one crazy dude. Jump out of a tree, land on a lion, and then ride it back to Rome.
I can see that with like some of the swamp people folks from Louisiana.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where the Cajuns really originally came from.
We're gonna jump on this here gorilla.
Yep.
Did it reach the other parts of the country about the lady who got eaten in Florida the other day?
What?
There was a lady in Florida that got ripped out. They were into like 2.5 feet of water and an 11-foot. They went over it. Her and her husband were in a canoe.
Okay.
Or whatever. They went over an 11-foot alligator and it scared the alligator. It reared up, grabbed the lady, killed the lady, and that was the end of the story. The guy tried to get his wife out of the alligator and yeah. They try to keep all that stuff hush-hush and down here, I think. Yeah, I guess
It's one of those things.
I guess it's not good for tourism.
Okay.
I think that'd be very good for tourism.
I'm going to bring it up. Oh. It's funny how stuff gets buried on the internet.
Yeah.
But here in the background.
This is literally it was all over the news down here.
Woman killed and suspected alligator attacked while canoeing identified. Got a picture of an alligator. He's smiling. He's saying, canoe people.
White teeth. Got a great dentist.
Whew.
Yeah. Well, he's got a broken tooth right there. Maybe we need to help him.
Yeah, he's gonna
He needs a hug.
Been flossing.
Davenport, Florida. The Florida woman who tragically lost her life during a canoeing trip in Central Florida after an encounter with an alligator has been identified by authorities. According to wildlife authorities, on the afternoon of May 6th, 61-year-old Cynthia Dykema of Davenport was paddling with her husband near the mouth of Tiger Creek on Lake Kissimmee when the couple's canoe passed over what officials say was a large alligator. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission reported the animal allegedly thrashed beneath the vestibule tipping it and throwing both occupants into the shallow water. Officials say Dakima landed near or on the alligator, which then bit her and pulled her under. Despite her husband's efforts to save her, she did not resurface. Emergency crews were dispatched by around 4 p.m. and Dakima's body was later recovered.
Yes, kayaks.
That's sad.
Yeah,
A contracted trapper captured and euthanized an 11-foot 4-inch alligator believed to be involved in the incident. Another gator measuring 10 feet was also found in the area. The investigation remains active and officials work to determine the exact circumstances of the attack.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer, you know, not to get in a kayak in alligator, knowing alligator state and waters. Like, you might as well go wading.
Yeah, I mean, they don't get much bigger than 15, but 11 feet, that's a big gator, dude.
Yeah.
He's well fed and still hungry.
Well fed, dude.
Look, here's my question, because I'm real. This is a hot spot for me, guys, because I don't believe that gator should have been euthanized. The gator was doing what gators do.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You rode over him in a kayak.
Yep.
Yeah.
It made, probably
now
somebody feel better.
Commonly here on the West Coast, you know, with bear attacks and stuff like that, they euthanize the animal because they don't want the bear to desire the taste of human flesh.
Yeah,
that's their excuse. I don't know if they use that in Florida as well.
Relocate them or something. But that's a lot of money too. Yeah, who knows? I don't know.
I mean, they relocate a lot of gators.
They do what they can.
But and they tag them, and then when they become like, you know, you get like 3 strikes or whatever, then they blow their brains out.
It's like swimming in the ocean, you know.
I mean, all right, picture it like this. You're a gator, right? You're laying on the bottom of the lake bed, just chilled, right? You're only like 3 feet of water. You're relaxed. Some yahoo goes over you in a kayak. You don't know it's a kayak. Look, maybe another gator to you.
Yeah.
And then they land on top of you.
Yeah, it's not a good time.
No.
That's rude.
Everywhere they teach you, keep your distance away from the wildlife.
Yeah. But it seemed like natural selection.
And let me tell you something. You would not believe that an 11-foot alligator would definitely look like a log because they don't move. They're completely still. And you would have never have known it was laying underneath the water, even if it was crystal clear.
I gotta go, you guys.
They should have brought their alligator spray.
All right, buddy.
You gotta go, Moto?
Yeah. See that time?
Where you going, man?
10:47.
Where are you going, man?
As soon as Ray come in, I'm gonna like,
I just got here.
Oh,
Got here.
That happened to me yesterday.
Hey, if you guys want to hang a few minutes, I mean, Sick can shut it down, but I know you don't want to do all that probably, but that's
Sterling, go live.
totally up there.
Yeah, I'll go live.
Sterling. There he goes. You're on.
Yeah, I'll go live.
Yeah, I got to do something for a couple hours today. Then. We'll see.
Yeah.
What car are we working on there, Greg Gregory?
Later, y'all.
What car is that?
Okay. Bye-bye.
So long, Moto.
We had a warning posted at 14. What did they say, guys? Last words were F that alligator as he jumped.
Jumped in.
All right, you guys. Thanks for coming by. Great having some time with y'all, and we'll see you again soon.
I'll check
and
out
Sterling
and
Wheel.
I'll go live.
Go check out Sterling Wheel's channel. Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
I tried to catch y'all a little earlier in the morning.
Yeah, Ray. Yeah, sorry, Ray, man. I just got
That's all right.
on. All right.
I've just been lazy today.
It's great to see you. See you in your garage anyway.
I got to put plugs in this damn Colorado.
Yeah. You can hang
Of
out
course,
backstage.
you got to put the intake and all that off, so it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah. Talk to you for a minute or two backstage if you want to. Yeah, so thank you everyone for having a wonderful coffee with me, man. It is much greatly appreciated. I think we started the day off right, so, you know, just we'll, love on your peeps. Tell your friends you love them. Tell your family you love them. And just go out and have the best day you can. Spread it out there. We'll see you again soon. Bye.